Hey everyone, Shawn Smith here with Dedicated Commercial Recovery in Roseville, Minnesota. I'm the founder and CEO. Doing a vlog today on how I use LinkedIn to grow Dedicated and ultimately what the results of that have been. And I think that LinkedIn has been very valuable for Dedicated in our brand. And I hope that these tips are something that are of value to you. So I'm going to jump right in. The first thing is get started. Make sure you have a LinkedIn set up for yourself as well as the company you're working for. Make sure that you get a good headshot and the background picture. You have a good bio and maybe a tagline of what you're about or what your focus is, and then having all of your long-term employment stacked up. Any volunteering things you've done, additional languages, skill sets you have. Ask people you know in the LinkedIn community that you've worked with for a recommendation from their perspective. Follow companies that are in your market, things like that. Get started. Second thing is seek out connections in companies that you can either work with or in the sphere of what you do. So a lot of times I'll connect with other service providers or attorneys and things like that I can't necessarily work directly for, but they're in our market, and so I want them to know who we are and I want to know who they are. But for instance, when I connect with a company, I don't just connect with the one person there. I go in and try to connect with that entire company. So whether it be a national bank or a service provider or whatever the case is, I try to connect with everyone because you just never know who's going to be the decision maker, who's going to be involved in the meeting, who might bring up your name when they're spitballing about what to do on something. And this is something where digitally your brand can go out ahead of you and kind of grease the wheel for you so people know who you are, so that when you get brought into the conversation, by then they already have a clear and accurate picture of who you are. The key then is just that your branding is authentic and you show up the same as what their expectation is. And that kind of leads to my next point, which is branding. You want to make sure your logo is the same across all social media, your backgrounds, your color structure, your bios, all of these things is consistent and clear branding, ultimately so people authentically know who you are and what you're about as a company as well as a business professional. So for me, I own a faith-based company. People know that's really important to me. They know that serving and giving back to others is really important. I do a lot of work down in Haiti. They know I'm trying to really work towards changing the paradigm in our industry. And these are kind of hot topics for Dedicated and for myself, that we have built out that brand authentically in the digital sector so that when they meet us personally, they already really know what we're about. So just make sure that's clear and consistent. Next thing is add value. In every post that we do and everything we put out digitally, but especially on LinkedIn, whether it's a vlog or sharing an article or putting some inspirational quote out there, whatever it is trying to add value to others. And if you're constantly trying to put good out there, good's going to come back. It's just the way it works. You can call it whatever you want, but the fact is when you try to help other people and you try to do right by them and give them value, it just ends up coming back to you. So we make that a big focus with what we do. The next thing is messaging. You can get direct messages on LinkedIn. I really don't subscribe to working with companies that send out 1,000 or 10,000 of these things that are these rote messages or they're like fake real. If you're going to message someone, look up stuff on their company, understand it, think of something thoughtful to connect with them on, and you're 1,000 times more likely to get a response. I literally do not respond to anything that looks like spam or that looks unauthentic or with no research done, and I probably get 3 to 5 a day and I just ignore them. So if you're trying to get business through LinkedIn and you want to directly message someone, it's there to do business, but someone, especially in a C-suite, is just not going to waste time responding to some spam message. So don't do it. Next thing is consistency. You have to put out consistent content. Come up with a schedule. We shoot these on Monday and then we release them on the next Monday, and we post consistently through the week, and we try to change up. What are we doing on Wednesday is different than what we post on Friday and different than what we did on Tuesday. So it's different, it's adding value, it's consistent. And part of that is the algorithm picks that up, that people find that content interesting, and then it pushes it out in front of more people. So ultimately, you get something set up, you focus on building connections in the markets you're working with, possible clients or other people that you could work alongside. You build a consistent brand across all of your medias and all your digital footprint. Add value in everything we do. When you message someone, make sure it's real and authentic. You consistently do this. What does that lead to? It leads to increased sales, 100%. Dedicated's grown by over 50 to 200% year over year. We keep growing. People know what our brand's about. They know we're a faith-based company that's really trying to change the way, not just commercial collections and commercial loan portfolio management's done, but just in general, the way business is done, that you can give back, that you can serve others, that you can chase significance over success. And anyone who knows me knows I go to Haiti a lot. They know I talk about these concepts a lot because they're core to who we are, and they're more important than just the bottom line. We want to focus on having impact, and we want to work with clientele, banks, leasing companies, and other commercial entities that want to do the same. So I hope this has added value. I hope you want to like, subscribe, share this, comment, let us know your feedback. We really appreciate that. And as always, thank you for tuning in, and God bless.